This is Freaky Fields, one of the Halloween additions to Fortnite in 2024. This is a Scarecrow. Scarecrows can be used as a hiding place. So this got me thinking, would it be possible to get that victory royale just by hiding in a Scarecrow? Come with me as I put it to the test.
Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Get down!
So here we go then. Try number 1. This was a pretty decent effort, I have to say. I did have this weird audio bug happening, but anyway, this pale green walked past and didn't notice me, so the hiding place works. Unfortunately though, the zone did shift away, and so I thought, maybe I'll see if I can find somewhere else to hide, and then look who it is. Pale green came back, and this time he saw me. On the second try, I got all the way down to 14th place before the zone shifted away. So I thought, alright, I'll see if I can find another hiding place, but unfortunately I couldn't find one and I ended up coming 5th. So on my third attempt, I decided to switch things up a little, quite literally. I moved to a different Scarecrow, but I was still in the storm, and I decided at this point that I would just stay in the Scarecrows until I was eliminated by the storm, rather than trying to find a new spot. I think this is a better way of judging final position, so unless I get to like the top 3 or so, I think I should stay put and just see where I end up in that way, which in this case was 6th. I also realised that it's probably a good idea to have a gun just in case I do make it to the end, so I picked one up here, and despite switching Scarecrows, I still didn't quite make it, but I did come 3rd, which was the highest position so far. And it was at this point that I discovered a problem. If you've ever played Fortnite before, then you'll know that sometimes, quite often, there are bots in the game, disguised as players, but to fill out the lobbies. And if you've experienced those, you may have had an occasion where you've been shot at randomly and you have no idea where it's coming from, and it's a bot shooting you through a bush or something. You can't see it, but it can see you, because it's a bot. So that's basically what happened here. Apparently the bots know when you're hiding as well, and so this one was shooting at me whilst I was hiding in the Scarecrow. So I tried to sort of just run away and let the other player deal with the bot and hope I could escape. And then I got found by another bot, and the same player came back, and it did not end well. So the next game, I was also detected by a bot, but this time, luckily, there were no real players there to take advantage. But not much else happened, and I just got zoned out at the end. For the third game in a row, I was fooled by a bot, only this time it was slightly different. This player had hired the NPC that scans, and so my hiding place was revealed when it did a scan. And I did not win the fight. The Iron Man gear is super overpowered in this game. The next attempt was actually kind of fun, but it was also something that I'd been sort of worried about possibly happening from the start of this challenge. So as you can see, there's another player nearby and he's jumping in and out of Scarecrows. He tries to jump into my Scarecrow and he can't because, well, occupado. So he obviously thinks, oh, maybe it's just bugged out, whatever. Then I think he must have realised that, nope, it's not bugged, it's occupied. And then we ended up having a fight, which I lost. Attempt number 9 was not very exciting at all. I just tanked the storm right at the end of the game, and at this point I thought that'll have to do for today. Day 2 almost started perfectly. I was worried a little bit about a new quest that had appeared, where you have to be within 30 meters of an enemy player, because I thought, oh, you know, if that ticks up while people are around me, then they might be like, oh, there must be someone hiding around here. But I did have people around me in the beginning, but they didn't seem to notice me, so I got away with it. And the storm circles really looked like they were going to be in my favor. And then we got to the end. For the first time in this challenge, Freaky Fields was actually a bit of a hot job, and I didn't even make it into a Scarecrow before being eliminated. Unfortunately, on the next attempt, it was a repeat of yesterday's shenanigans when a bot gave me away and I was eliminated by another player. Next game, I was just chilling in my Scarecrow and the storm moved away. I knew the game was up, so I went AFK to use the bathroom while the inevitable happened. I returned to my computer to find my girlfriend had taken over, not knowing what I was doing, and she decided to be helpful and try and save me. She did not succeed. So the next couple of games were pretty uneventful, I just got zoned out. But then attempt 16 was a little bit of a weird one. I've watched this so many times and I still don't fully understand what happened. But anyway, I had a person nearby, so I thought, well, I'll go and deal with them first and then I'll jump into my hiding spot. And it turns out that's probably a good idea because I'm pretty sure this was a bot, so it would have given away my position anyway. But as I was fighting it using the chainsaw, the weirdest thing happened and somehow we managed to kill each other simultaneously. I went back into the replay because I was so confused about what had happened, and here is a slow-mo of it, and like, has that ever happened to anyone else? Let me know if it's ever happened to you, because it's still confusing the hell out of me. Annoyingly, that was about as exciting as it got for a little while. For the next few games, I was either zoned out or I just got hot drop eliminated. That in fact was 7 straight games of not much happening, and I was beginning to lose hope that I could complete this challenge at all. But then... So here I was, knowing I would be out of the circle and probably succumb to the storm yet again. But something unexpected happened. The next circle shifted back on to where I had been. There were 6 alive at this point, and I wasn't sure if I would make it through the storm by staying put, but I thought I'll see where it goes because the circles might be favourable after. I admit this is bending the rules slightly, but I just couldn't pass up the opportunity. After hiding again, it was down to 3 players left and I could hear the other 2 fighting, so even though the storm was shifting away, I decided it was good enough for me to leave the Scarecrow, and in fact it was down to 2 players before the circle closed. Then it was a 1v1. My heart was pounding, my palms were sweaty,
These weak arms are heavy.
but I clutched out the dub and took the crown. This was honestly around 12 hours of hiding in Scarecrows, and obviously in an ideal world I'd be able to stay in the Scarecrow, then jump out and eliminate the last player with the element of surprise. I just don't think that's doable. So in my mind, this counts and is the best I can do. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. Oh, and happy Halloween.